Greetings, Evans. Walking here today and sitting down, cloudy, and I get a nudge today on the frequencies, the different frequencies that we are on, and some thoughts poured into my mind about how we create our realities and the realities around us. Everything around us is our vibration, is in tune with our frequencies. Whatever frequencies we are vibrating on, we will see our environment also in the same manner. So, to say that we are actually creating our environment, and if you are not conscious and if you want to really know what your vibration is, what are you emitting, just look at the circumstances, life circumstances around you, the people around you, the situations around you, and you will immediately come to know what are you vibrating on, what level are you vibrating on, because whatever you vibrate, you create. I always say this, in the law of attraction, the so-called manifestation rules, everybody is teaching out in the world that you attract what you think all the time. But I beg to differ a little bit there. You do not attract what you think all day long, or you do not attract what you think you are. You attract what you are. It's a big difference. We might think something. What happens, many people do not, I don't want to get into law of attractions and all that, but I have done it lot of times, and I had been teaching my students 20 years back law of attraction, because from my life experiences. And there I noticed this, it's not exactly what you think that happens, and everybody teaches how to think, to create something for yourself, to manifest something for yourself. Now don't take me seriously on this, because then we will change the route and we will go into how do I manifest this and that. I am not keen on that, but I am just telling you the basic rules are that the world teaches is that you got to think this way, you got to imagine, and you see, when you imagine and when you think, you are actually not in reality. You are creating something that is very dubious, that is not true. So you are just acting to be true. In your mind, you create certain circumstances, you create, and then you try to become that which you are not. And in the end, what happens is, people see that they have not attracted what they wanted. And then curiously, when they look into it, nobody tells them this, but if you look very closely, you will see that you have exactly attracted what you are vibrating, your vibes, your inner vibes, your subconscious mind. Consciously, what you think does not matter. Unconsciously, subconsciously, what you are emitting is what you attract from the universe. So just thinking positively, or thinking nicely, or thinking separately, or imagining things, or just visualizing things also, they help to a certain degree. They help to rechange your patterns, recondition yourselves. It's a good beginning to move in that direction, but overall, if you see, you cannot just visualize something and create it, because you have some certain patterns and conditions, and you have been conditioned for a long time, and that is what you are emanating, and that is what you have already created. Now, if you want to change those patterns, you should not change your mind. Listen carefully. To change your circumstances, you should not attempt to change your mind, but you should attempt to change you. That is what I essentially teach on the platform of shifting into awareness, that it is awareness with which you got to become aware and uproot those aspects within you that is subconsciously generating those vibes and frequencies with which you are actually attracting the wrong things in life. Without changing that, you cannot. Today I put a post on that. We are happiness, or we are I am always happy, I am in nice, everything nice, good is happening to me, and all that. This is actually okay, good for the superficial mind, and good for the kindergarten training in the start, to tell people this is how you got to change your pattern. So it is good in the first steps, but if you want to go deeply, and if you got to go deeper and higher into that wisdom of creations, you will have to understand this one thing: you are attracting what you are. So if you pretend to be happy, pretend to be that everything is fine in my life, everything, It's good to be optimistic. I'm not saying optimistic, but there is a big difference between being optimistic and being ignorant. Ignorance is to avoid this understanding that you are attracting what you are. Optimistic is just to put something, you to clad your mind and think positively. By thinking positively, you cannot. Though I told you it's not wrong, but it's in a good direction. It's in the beginning stages that you're actually training your mind by beginning to become optimistic and looking at better things in life, imagining that things will be better, and you're trying to create that. That's okay. But you should not wander there itself. There is something beyond that. Beyond that is, you'll understand when you attempt doing this. You tell me one thing practically. We have all attempted to change our minds and become positive and become nice and imagine that everything is goody goody with me and all that. It's a new age stuff, goody goody. Everything is fine with me, all is well. How much is it well? How long have you been doing this practice or imagining things? And why are things not changing? So, what I'm talking is practical spirituality. We got to become very practical, understand where is the loophole, where is the root cause, and I'm telling you the root. The root is within me. The patterns, the conditioning, the beliefs, the wrong ideologies, the wrong concepts, the wrong conditioning, all is creating the wrong beliefs. It's all emanating something that's not good for you, or which is in the opposite direction of what you want. This is getting too much into manifestations. Anyway, but I told you this is the secret. If you want to catch this and change it. Anyways, I was telling, see, now what I'm going to tell you further is a direct representation of this truth. This is not my truth or your truth. This is the truth. There are two types of truth. Your truth and my truth. When we fight and debate, two people, they say, this is my truth. And I say, this is my truth. This is the real. This is the reality. But beyond these two, there is one ultimate truth. So that ultimate truth is the neutral one, without any partiality. It's not partial, neither this side, that side. There is one truth that is always there, and that truth is the truth of awareness. In the awareness, in the presence of the being, only one truth emanates at all times. So, it is not about your truth or my truth. When we raise our consciousness and we connect to that awareness, the real truth, the actual truth we connect to. So, it is not what comes from my memory, my ego, my mind. It is from the power of the awareness that I am talking when I say the truths. So, this truth about we attract and we create our own circumstances by what we actually are. We'll now give you an example. So, this creation stuff, the creating our lives. If you see very closely, if you just look around, you will see a lot of situations, people, conditions, circumstances, environment, which may be conducive, which may be not conducive to your life. So, if you just look at the situations that you are in, you will exactly come to know what you are vibrating. Exactly what you are vibrating, you will come to know. Like in one of my personal consultation, one girl was telling me, I don't know, but I have a lot of problems with this. Yeah, it's not. I said, with who? My mother, then with my sister, and then she began thinking, and then she said, no, it's not about 2 people, 3 people. I have problem with everyone, Everyone, I can't have peace, I don't know what to do. Everyone, literally. And then I said, it's not them who are wrong, then something is wrong with you. If you have problem with everyone. So, see, can you see? And she laughed out. Because those who are sitting in these sessions, I take first only declaration that you are not going to sit here and listen to what you like. Don't expect me to tell you what you like to hear. What is the truth I am going to tell you. So, because then only the permanent changes will come. Otherwise, it's time pass gossip. So, people are ready. So, when we talk this in a very casual way, it happens. So, she realized that, yes, there is something. So, the next question, how I came to know, she realized, the next question is, how do I change myself? I said, brilliant. Now we are at it. Till now, we are like, people should change. People are not good. This is not good. That is not good. See, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Today, the nudge I got was to speak on this. You will be thrown into such places or people and situations will be thrown to you or around you, in what the kind of vibrations that you are emanating, the same kind of people will be around you. So what I'm trying to tell you is, there are many people who always say, no, my environment is not conducive, you don't understand, you are telling all this thing, for you it is easy to sit and talk something, but for us it's very difficult, because our situations are like this, I am stuck in this, I am stuck in that. I said, instead of brooding, you keep brooding, you will create that only. There's that everybody knows, it's common sense. But what to do now to come out of it? To come out of it, you need not try to change the circumstances. People ask me in the sessions, how do I change this circumstance? I say, don't change the circumstance, just change yourself. They don't understand it. I am talking from my personal experience. There are so many times in my life I have been thrown from here to there and there to here, and I am every time like, what is this happening? Why am I being thrown and tossed here and there like this? I don't understand. Only it takes a little time for me to settle down there, and then I understand, okay, so this is the divine plan. And this is the divine plan means, if I am connected to divinity, it is the divine plan. My plan, divine plan are not different, because I am in tune with the divine. So whatever is best for me should happen, because we should walk with that kind of an attitude, that whatever is in my highest good and what is in the highest good of all, let that happen. Every moment you should emanate this kind of vibe. So you are automatically given those circumstances, given those people, places, whatever, where you need to be. That's why I tell you, even my travels, I go in this manner. It flows through me. I no second thoughts, nothing. I just go with the flow. And I told you, all these travels have been brilliant. All these years, 12 years of extensive and intensive travels and all that. No issues. All perfectly well attuned, and for a good reason. I started these platforms because of the travels. The shifting into awareness came only after this intense travel and intense sadhana that I did in certain locations, especially Tiruvannamalai. So I believe it's the forces that do it. So we are not the doers anyways. So it's enjoyable when you go in this mode. It's enjoyable. You do what you have to do on yourself, and you allow the cosmos to work for you. This is what I wanted to tell you. The frequencies of people. I've seen so many times. When life, when there is a catapult in my evolution, in my consciousness, it's palpable. There is evidence to it. You feel it, you experience it, and from there I'm talking. You can know the sudden change in your consciousness, or something changing that's happening in your evolution. And every time I see a nudge, I suddenly see change of people. Very common thing I've seen in all these years, decades. A change in mindset brings a change in vibrations. A change in vibration brings in change of consciousness. A change in consciousness brings in change of people and places. Brings in changes of environment. So what the universe tries to do is, whatever is conducive to you at that moment, it gives you that kind of space. So previously I was stuck, for example, just 2 years back or something, I was just stuck in a very bad situation at some personal issues and all that. Back here only at home, so it was so intense and I couldn't get out of it. I said, gone for a toss. My spirituality, everything has gone for a toss, because I had just come from Delhi also, and then I was not settled here, no proper job, and all those things were there, and pressure from all sides, including pressure from some personal issues, and everything came up at one time, and I thought, this is my end. Something has fallen upon me. And I said, it's gone. And that's why I started my intense travels, and I was meditating in locations, and strangely I found in that 1 year I bumped into so many avdhuts and saints. I've never bumped like that, and without plans. And I saw that later, after months later, I saw that these were my guiding force actually, and they came as a blessing to me, because two masters I met one by one, just within a matter of fraction of a few weeks, were Muji ji and Mohan ji. And both are masters of awareness. Both are masters of awareness. And that is the time I had just begun this platform called Shifting into Awareness. I had no idea what they exactly do. I knew that they are good, good enlightened beings, and suddenly I bumped into them. I had the opportunity to speak to them, take their blessings, even including their physical touches, being in their vicinity and speaking heart out. I never knew this. And then after that, I saw a great kickstart in this path of awareness. And later on, I noticed, their subjects are very much the same, what I'm talking. So I could not realize it at that time. I thought, okay, it's a divine coincidence or divine, what you call, intervention or something like that. Or divine synchronicities, I thought. So then I saw everything suddenly, and then I met Anna Maharaj. Avadut, he is no more, he left his body, but it was at the same time, and I was very depressed at that time. 2 years back, exactly, I remember. And I remember he was a mystic who used to beat or bang people and all those things. And so I was very tensed, and I was sitting in his vicinity, and all that was flowing out of me were tears. Tears of my situation, because the situation back here, the people and places and situations, I was not adjusting here, and I was not able to meditate, I was not able to do anything, I had no privacy and nothing and all that. So I was just sitting there crying, because I couldn't even speak. I didn't want to speak, because when you go to Avdutas, you'd never ask anything. I didn't want to ask anything, I just wanted the blessings, and I was just pouring out things. And then he called, and some certain things happened, and then he hit me, he hit my back in a gesture, and he sometimes hits hard and slow. That day it was slow. And then he put some, the sacred ash on my forehead, and he teased me something, he was laughing with everyone. He was telling Panduranga, see, the black Panduranga has come here, Vitthala Panduranga, and he was laughing and all that. All those things happened very well, fine. I was very excited, super excited, all those things. And I came back home. When I reached home, that time was different during those days, and people were different at that time. Many other people were there. Everything had changed. Suddenly, the attitudes of everybody, the things, and whatever I was getting problem, everything just calmed down. And in a week, there was some kind of intense arguments that began. Everything settled down, but suddenly there was an argument, there was something like a quarrel or something, and I was very reactive. All my meditation, all my awareness had gone for a toss, and I blurted out that day, and I was very angry that day. And I said, whatever happened, but I saw one thing, even in that anger, my inner being was not changing. Externally, I could see that somebody is yelling, somebody is blah-blahing, somebody is giving responses, tit for tat, and all those things happening. But my inner being was at full peace. That was very strange for me. But then I was not aware of everything. I thought, okay, whatever it is for good only. And then I saw suddenly the whole scenario changed. Suddenly everything changed. A new house and new people, new environment, new neighborhood. The owner of this house, a beautiful spiritual man, he suddenly came and out of the blue gave me that house, very vibrant house. He had his guru had blessed house, and everything just changed. And suddenly I saw there was space for more lives and more videos, and I had my my private space, and I had plenty of time and space and everything I could do. All that was pending, I started doing, and the website was built then, and everything happened. Suddenly everything changed. Now what is that? That's what I'm coming to. Why I'm telling you all this story as a meaning. See, the consciousness, there was a change in the consciousness after those travel plans and all that, and after meeting that Avadut, his touch or something, some gesture made a sudden change in my consciousness. And I saw that the moment inner consciousness, because I told you, I was angry, but inside the being was still, it was not the me, old me. There was a change in consciousness I could see. And when that happened, things suddenly, everything changed around me. The vibration, the frequency, I suddenly saw only the people who were attuned to me were around. And all those people who were opposing, all those people who were creating problems for me, back in the family, everybody, something happened and some drama happened. And I thought this is going from bad to worse. Because I was in such a pathetic condition, and then this thing happening, I said, even if I die, I am going ahead. Whatever happens, and there is no looking back. I am going the way my heart is pulling me, whatever happens. And in 1 week, everything changed. Suddenly, and I remember it was January 2021, in the new year, and everything suddenly changed, and everything, And then I have been noticing this very clearly. Whenever there is a jerk, or whenever there is a pull, and whenever you are connected very deeply to your inner self and your inner growth, your evolution, and you are going that path by not looking here and there, mercilessly you are just moving. Suddenly people around change, your friends change, your circles change, your environment change, even the places change, the things change, the situations change. It keeps on changing. It doesn't. I'm not meaning everything goody all positive. No, there I have been instances where some other things also came, but when I look closely at it, I come to know, okay, the pending issue, karmic debts, completion of karmic debts, and now when I know that, I don't take it adversely. So I go through that situation, even if it is little painful, but knowingly, in knowingness, in awareness, and sooner or later I see that I'm through it. It's done through it. So mostly there is this reduction of doership. The mind, and I should do this. There is no planning. I never sit planning and calculating and doing this. I just give it on there and do what my heart says. Inner attuning, just there. So everything has moved beautifully. Of course, it is my master, my Gurudev's grace, because all these things also, as I told you, it's no need to specify certain things. It is all the grace of your master, the grace of the Guru only, that works through in many, many ways. It is their will and their blessings, the master's blessings, that everything becomes possible for you. And I told you, they are not different departments. They are not separate on the higher end. Here they all look different, but on a higher astral level, they are all one. So there is no you and this avduta, that avduta. No, they are all one. Whichever is in our vicinity, they are all one. You are connected to the same source. This all are realized in these past 2 years. In these past 2 years have been immense learning, immense growth I can see from within. All these things, and the courage and the letting go of lot of negativities also has happened in this moment. So now people also ask me, is it necessary that I go to avdutas, I visit like you visit and all that? No, I don't mean that. No, that's again putting you to external. What I'm trying to tell you is, I never had plans to meet them, but internally only I was doing my sadhana, intensively only I was doing all these internal probing through this awareness and identifying my flaws. I was working very intensely on that. And as I could become aware and release one by one, release means I don't mean do something and get them out. No, just become aware and it will start evaporating. You stare into your flaws for a long time, not just once or twice. Repeatedly you stare at your flaws. Stare in the sense, in awareness, in witness mode, in a neutral mode, without judging them. If you just look at them, stare at them in awareness, they shy and they just melt away. They become lesser and lesser stronger. They become weaker and weaker. I have observed this. That is why I am sharing these wisdom, that you can do it. You can literally do it through awareness. You can go through cessation of thoughts also. Seize your thoughts. Arrest your thoughts. Go into the blank states just with this awareness. And more extended periods of blank states leads you into samadhi. So it's all a process of a little practice and understanding. Basically understanding what this concept of awareness is all about. So that's why I'm trying to tell you this. So people also tell me about this, my circumstances this way, that way. If you keep on ignoring your inner flaws. Again, I'm telling, just imagining goody things about yourself, all is well in my life, it has not worked for me. So I'm telling you, I don't know if it has worked, and if it has worked, it should have worked, because we are all positive thinkers. We all know, we see everywhere in the internet, think positively, create this way, manifest this way, but we see at the end of the day, we have not created anything. And then we are confused, and we are even, not knowing whether this works actually. Then we start doubting the laws of attraction or the manifestations, and then we give it up. If we know the proper science of how this works, if we know the proper science and we start experimenting in that way, what way? Removing your flaws, working on your flaws, it's all within. That's what I say, do not ignore your darkness. Your darkness must be exposed. Expose yourself and purify. That is the only way to purify, my dear. How do you purify? Tell me. With impurities, and you keep on doing everything to change your external, but the impurities are within. It is going to create problems for you. So sooner or later, we must understand this. Otherwise, life will keep sending you lot of lessons until you learn to go within and say, enough, I must change. Something within me must change. And then you see it happening. But sometimes it takes people, even I have seen, a lifetime to even understand this. So preaching is not enough, teaching is not enough, even if my telling is not enough. That's why I say, see, whenever I put some posts on, let's say, relationships, like, and then I put something on religion, like, and then I put something on scriptures, some quotes from scriptures, like, something I put on practical life, daily life, like how to ignore what people say and believe in yourself, something like that. Practical things which gives you a little boost in life, or boosts our ego a bit, like it's flooded. And when I talk about the higher self, awareness, higher awareness, deep awareness, liberation, detachment from the world, pulling back from the world, like, and then one guy will come, like, and okay, like, and then other come, some like, but so it is so uncomfortable. These topics are so uncomfortable. And if I put something on, till here, okay, higher, okay, people still are there. Some very few people are there who know the ultimate purpose of life, who are not stuck in this, and they know they want to go there. So they are ready to accept all the mystics codes and all the higher truths and all. There are still some, but where there is no population is when you put something on your inner truth, how to beat the ego, how to dissolve the ego, how to go into my flaws, how to understand where my certain selfishness is coming from, how to go deep in and see where my ignorance is, how some false knowledge, like I put this, everything, all is fine in my life. That is what we are made to believe all our life, and we have gone in a belief. So if somebody tells you, no, that's not the way, that means everything is fine in my life, means we are ignoring, we are escaping reality. There is something that is dirty inside. I don't want to put it, everything is, you put a cloth on it and you say everything is fine in my life, and then you start thinking everything is fine in my life, everything is fine. You do the mantra, you do the affirmations 10,000 times a day, and then you see by the end of 1 month, 2 months, nothing has changed. Why? Because this thing is not changed. Then the vibrations are going from here and same realities are being created. So we cannot fool the subconscious mind. We can fool ourselves, we can fool others, but we cannot fool the subconscious mind. So that's very important to understand. So when I put posts like this, today also you can see my post on that. Hardly, I think one guy just passed by and said, oh yeah, I agree with this. So I can see it's so difficult to even agree to this. Forget doing it, because doing comes afterwards. Agreeing is first to that. And I'm telling you, I'm assuring you, from my personal point of view, according to my view, I cannot tell the final view. From my personal view, there can never be evolution, there can never be growth, there can never be coming out of the stuckness of life until we learn to look into our ignorances, our darknesses, and purify there. The mind is purified by going within and working on those things, and what can look and stare into it without partiality, neutrally, and not even spare it. You see something and you are ready to attack it. You are ready to work with it. You are ready to overcome it. That readiness, that openness to see the flaw in oneself is grace. If you have that grace, that's a blessing. Don't take it for granted. If you have the courage to look within, and if you're all the time ready, no, I need to, you will automatically move into the path of awareness. You will want to keep yourself fully aware and work all the time. It's not hard work. It's simple work. It's not hard work. It's smart work. Very, very smart work. Hard work is like, sitting and trying to destroy it, doing tapas for standing on one leg, or going on a hill and doing, or sitting in a room and doing for hours together and doing this, that, and getting frustrated, or attending so many courses, and then at the end of the life you say nothing is working. Not the courses that are wrong, it's your approach that is wrong. If you go with the right approach even to the courses, you can do it. The attention should be the readiness, willingness to go within, accepting 100% responsibility for my life. In my form, on all the personal consultation, in the end there is that I accept 100%. You have to take that as a must if you the form has to proceed. Without that, it's okay. Even I don't want to have any, because there is no point. There are people who come there and who don't want to, but it doesn't take you forward, because they say no, this I don't agree. Then I don't agree with the consultation, because it's not going to work with you. We'll just gossip, I take your money and go, that's all. Anyway, so I was just nudged to talk on this frequency today. And these frequencies, I'm telling you, if you are not happy, if you are not able to create the life you want, if you are not able to live in freedom in the way you want to live, to enhance life, to cherish life, to nourish, to relish life, I'm telling you, change within. Keep on working just on this, changing the flaws, and keep attention, keep this awareness on your changing vibrations. You will suddenly see your personality is changing, your attitude is changing. People around you will start telling you something different. Most of the people will not tell you. You will come to know from the people when they go away from you. Or new people come into your life. You will see suddenly your new people are coming, and then you look at their vibration. Their vibrations are different. They are not the same kind of people that you had till now. They are all different kind of. And I'm getting this, right now. In this Jake Light profile, I can see there are a lot of people in my vibrations, same vibration, same frequency, who understand, who can relate to what I'm talking. So I am not adjusting to anything. Neither am I craving, I need attention, I need a community, I need a group of Westerners or something. Westerners, yes, because they love to know this knowledge, but they don't know. Many of them I can see, they're very hesitant on the up front. Outside they don't know. They more relate, I can see their activity more on the stories that I post. There's something called Facebook stories or Instagram story. The likes and interaction comes there, and the messenger. People interact there more. So somewhere there is still a fear of that society they live around. It's very taboo things. Especially these things are not accepted in society. So people are a little skeptic. But it's okay. They need it. So my intention was for that, and I'm telling you, this is not again craving for any approval, craving for somebody who loves you, and craving for love and attention is all gone. It was there in once upon a time. Now it's not there. But now there is a deep satisfaction that, okay, people understand you. People who understand you are around you. Then people who don't understand you, and always friction. Nor their work happens, nor our work happens, and there's always a friction, and always debates and arguments and quarrels. So all those things go off. As you vibrate higher, nature does it. We don't do it. We don't have to sit planning. Nature does everything. It takes care of itself, and they move to a different. I'm not saying the people who move out of our life are negative people. So that would automatically say that no, we are superior, we are positive. No. I'm saying everybody has got a certain vibe, certain frequency, in good or bad, whatever, positive, negative, certain frequency in which you have certain thoughts, certain personalities, certain attitude, certain behavior, so that you attract similar kind of people around you, in and around you. So life becomes easier for you and you can enjoy life. You don't have to be very hard. You don't have to have tired minds. You can always have a fresh mind. You can have a fresh life because every time it's very convenient. There is no what you call oppressions. There is no frictions, and you can move easily and you can do what you want, like your higher growth, your evolutions, like right now I'm reading so many scriptures and contemplating, going deep, and there are people around. Wherever I go to, even the places that I go, everybody sweet people, and we sit up talking, and there is nobody who's debating there. There's nobody who's arguing. There's nobody who's sitting like this. No, I don't agree with that. Everybody, the moment I talk or the moment somebody talks, everybody's lamps light up. Wow. And everybody can relate to what we are talking, and we sit talking for hours. I told you, in those places where I've gone, we have sat talking for whole night. I'm a person who doesn't like to talk to people at all, but see, when you have a family, a soul family, the tribe, what is called the soul tribe, it becomes so easy to relate to things and even understand what they are trying to say. They have so many beautiful gems to share. I'm telling you, I've learned more from these people when they share at that level of frequency. When they're sharing their insights, and you get a new perspective. I say, wow, that's beautiful. So Devon, that's what I'm trying to tell you from personal experiences only. I'm telling you, if you want your halat to change, or the things that is not changing around you, don't sit in the theory of karmic stuff. Karma, my prarabdha, it is there, but you also have this gift of awareness, with which you can actually alter your prarabdha also. You can do that, because when you get into that mode of self changing, of self transformation, wholeheartedly, sincerely, honestly, when you get into it, whole divine forces start working for you and makes it easy. And when this two union happens, your willingness and the grace flows. That's what I call the altercation of your prarabdha. It becomes lighter and easier. So don't conclude, this is my prarabdha, this my fate is this, I'm stuck in this, I cannot move forward. Just work on this awareness stuff and work on emptying that stuff which we have kept as our very prized possession, whom we will not allow anybody to touch, to look into, forget other. We ourselves also won't look into it, because we know there's dirt there. Many people don't want to go within because there is a lot of muck there. It's not, subconscious trigger. Whenever I say there is awareness, I can't do that. No, it's very this. Because they know when they look inside, there is so much. They can't face it. So that courage has to be brought first. That courage, I don't know how that can be brought. That is your willingness to change. So the intense desire to change and self-transform will result in this desire to change, this courage coming up. You see how the things are? And if you need support, I'm there. You can, all I am sharing everything. There is nothing like secret. I'm saying something here and, keeping the rest, the details of how to do, I will only share it in my, no. I'm not advertising all those things that way. Same things I'm talking there also, here also. But there, the life situations might be different and people might look at things from their view. So if you need help from that point, you can certainly connect to me here, and you can sign up for the personal consultations. I'll be glad to help you. If not, you can keep looking at these videos. It will show, and because if you see that, okay, this is enough and I can do it myself, fantastic. So with this, I take your leave. Lots of divine love and light to all of you. May we all evolve. Stay blessed.